Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time as we are live once again for another NASCAR Heat 5 career mode race. Not just any race, and not just any Xfinity Series race on the career mode. This is the final race of the round of 8. It is a do or die situation for 7 drivers tonight to maybe put their future hopes in the sport of NASCAR on the line. And currently, we are one of those drivers. We'll go through all the points analysis here before this race starts. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. This is going to be one heck of a stream. You don't want to miss a thing. You don't want to miss a lap because it is going to be nail-biting throughout. 250 laps around Martinsville Raceway, the shortest track on the circuit. There will likely be some beating and banging here tonight, as we usually come to see at Martinsville. We have one driver who is locked into the championship 4 coming into this race, and that would be Brandon Jones in the number 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing. He won at Texas. We had an upset winner. Alex LeBay won at Kansas. He was a non-playoff driver, so just the one driver is locked in. We still have 3 drivers yet to lock themselves in tonight. We'll have to find out who they will be. Kyle Larson fan, Oni, Snowman Dude 22. Braxton Connolly, the gamer and player, OG Mar, Patrick Shadley. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Again, you do not want to miss a thing. We mentioned Brandon Jones is already locked into the playoffs, but you know what else we're going to do here? We're going to take a look at the rest of the playoff standings. Coming in the number 2 seed is Austin Cindric. Cindric is 20 points above the cutoff line today. As long as he has a solid day and he's in the top 10 all day, I don't see him being outpointed. And he is, obviously, with 20 points above the cutoff line. As long as he can do that, he will make it to the championship 4. Currently, the number 3 seed would be us, Keegan Schneider. He is currently, or I should say we are currently 7 points above the cutoff line. We are that close. It is a nail-biter. And right now, for 4th, it is a deadlock tie between Harrison Burton and Chase Briscoe, with the tiebreaker currently going to Harrison Burton for the best finish in the round. His best finish in the round is 7th. So, there is a possibility that we could tie, and our best finish in the round is 4th last night at Texas. So, as long as there is a tie and we finish, well, we can finish wherever, I guess, technically, as long as Harrison Burton and Briscoe don't finish better than 4th, then we would have the tiebreaker there. And then the drivers below the cutoff line, we already mentioned that Briscoe and Burton are tied right now, but the first driver that is outside the cutoff line that isn't tied would be the 51 of Jeremy Clements. He is 24 points below the cutoff line. Justin Allgaier is 36 points below the cutoff line. And Michael Annett is 41 points below the cutoff line. A win does grant you a spot in the championship 4. So by no means are those drivers out of the playoffs, especially those 2 Junior Motorsports Chevrolets. Annett's won twice this year. Allgaier's won twice this year. Logan Miller, welcome to the stream as well. Is this the championship? No. Penultimate race means second to last. So second to last race of the season. Again, this is the round of 8, final race of the round of 8, and we're about to get things underway. I took the Super Speedway chassis, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I feel about it because I qualified 34th. Now, I could have qualified better. I tried dropping it to 3rd gear to see if that was going to work on my qualifying lap, and I did it 1 and 2, and it redlined there for a couple seconds, so it probably costed me a good second or so. So I really think I could have qualified probably top 25, but that would have been about it. 82, 79, and 79 on the engine aero and the suspension. Justin Allgaier on the pole. He'll lead the field to the green. We are underway here at Martinsville. 70 laps under the lights in stage 1.
Hold your line, got one inside.
And it quickly gets down to the bottom lane.
Got a car high now.
Off the curbing, whatever he does here today, he's got to stay on the lead lap. He's not going to have a fast car whatsoever, at least on these initial restarts when everybody's got fresh tires, and that car is a little loose on entry because he's overdriving the corner quite a bit, hitting the curbing on both ends of the racetrack already in the first 2 laps. Justin Allgaier is able to lead lap 1.
Got one peeking
He was
outside.
one of the drivers below the cutoff line by 36 points.
Got one peeking outside. All right, you're clear. Outside, outside. All right, you're clear.
250 laps is not a long race at this racetrack.
Car outside.
I need all the stage points, all the race finishing points we can get.
Stay on the
We
bottom
could have
here.
taken the short track chassis, which would have been a 90, 85, and 85 with contact. We didn't start off the exit of turn 4, but
Car there on the outside.
Schneider's really hoping he can make it to the championship 4 so he can save that chassis for Phoenix and not have to bang it up here at Martinsville today.
Car outside.
Those of you that were watching the Texas race last night, there was a game glitch, or maybe that I should say that wasn't watching the Texas race last night on NASCAR Heat 5. There was a game glitch when we came down to pit road for a green flag stop with about 48 laps to go, and it didn't actually register. Oh, Schneider just about got turned by the 93 of McLaughlin. He tried to slide up and block him, and he wasn't clear down the back straightaway, and he had to make a huge save before hitting that inside retaining wall.
Careful.
Keeps it going. He does drop a couple positions, though, and is barely at the landing castle. It's not pretty. Schneider trying to be aggressive already. He didn't want to get into the side of him. He thought he had him clear, but McLaughlin just closed that gap so much.
Got one up top. You got room. You're clear there.
There's Marine. Welcome to the stream as well. Good to see you in there. Justin Allgaier is pulling away from second on back. So he looks like he's got a fast race car in the early going, and he is maybe going to lap Schneider real early in this race. Schneider's trying to keep that 89 car behind him as much as possible. At least keep one car in between him and the 7. He will get faster the longer runs, but this is not a good start. Only on lap number 9, lap 10 for the race leader, Allgaier. Schneider slides the tires into the corner. Allgaier's going to get underneath them just like that. And put the 99 a lap down. He could still point his way in. Not mathematically out of it. He's 36 points back. Yeah, that's only 7 points above the cutoff line, already being a lap down in the first 10 laps of the race.
Hold your line. Clear high, clear
Caused
high.
some trouble. Now he's really got to stay in front of landing castle to at least keep the free pass position in case we get an early caution. Car's just sliding way too much on corner entry. Ethan, Cesar Andres, welcome to the stream.
Outside. All right,
This is just bad. That
got one down low now.
Cindric, he's in third.
Car there on the inside. Careful, still there.
Schneider just cannot control this race car right now. The rear tires are not gripping up on corner entry. Sometimes it's sliding down to the curbing and on top of the curbing like it did right there in turn 3, and sometimes it's just sliding straight up the racetrack. He's got no control of this race car right now. Have to try tightening it up under the first pit stop of the race.
Inside.
Gonna have to go to work with some major adjustments.
Hold your line. Got
Schneider's
one
not the only driver a lap down. And Allgaier's lapping quite a few drivers already. Schneider's in dead last here early on. This is speed that he was showing early in the season. That might not have been a very wise decision to
Stay on the bottom.
save that short track chassis, because again, he's got to make it to the championship 4 first.
You're all clear up top. Car high, careful there. You got room, you're clear there. Got a car low now. You're all clear on the bottom there. Got one up top.
Still 56 laps to go in stage 1.
Inside.
Oh, Timmy Hill just moved the 98 of Briscoe out of the way. How about Timmy Hill inside the top 10?
Car there on the outside.
There's 2.5 seconds behind Castle already. Contact the 98 of Briscoe.
Stay have a
Oh,
bond here.
and now he just
Hold your
slid
line,
into the
hold your
corner
line.
underneath him, and then he gets moved out of the way by the 20 on top of it.
Car high, careful. You're all clear up top. Car outside. All right, you're clear. Outside.
He just cannot get up the racetrack at all. He's not trying to
Top three.
slam into these guys. He's just got no grip in those tires at all. He's sliding into him on corner entry. He's getting into him on corner exit because he thinks he can
Outside.
pull up to the outside like his normal corner, and they just get there so fast because of how slow this race car is.
Car there on the outside. Still there.
And even to make massive adjustments on this race car, I mean, what can you do in this
Still there
situation?
inside. You got room. You're clear there. Inside. All clear.
Wheel hopped in the center of the corner. Ross Chastain gets around him easily on corner exit. Even the 16th place driver's already gotten by the 99 car as well.
Got one outside now.
Schneider tries to slow the car up even more, and that's just not helping. It's only making the car slide even more to the bottom. It keeps it from going up the racetrack, but
Car high, careful there. You got room, you're clear there.
you have to find a way around this eventually. This is just terrible. The car didn't handle this bad.
You're all clear up top there. Outside. All right, you're clear there.
Gonna be a stressful situation for the 99 of Schneider. Almost a helpless position, really. Well, he's gonna need a lot of help for Briscoe and Burton to not outscore him by 7 points here tonight. Yeah, both of them would have to outscore. Schneider would come in as a 3 seed. It's a tie for fourth between Harrison Burton and Briscoe at 7 points back of Schneider. Those 7 points could be made up in stage 1 alone, considering that both those guys are in the top 10 already. Justin Haley to the lead, battling with Justin Allgaier, and that's another thing too. Not only that, but if Allgaier wins,
Got a car low now.
then the 98
You're clear.
and the 7 both
Got one
pass
peeking
Schneider.
outside.
Schneider would actually be 6th in the overall standings. Highly regret not using that short track.
You got
chassis.
room, you're clear.
Highly regret it. I feel so bad for myself, I'm not gonna lie. Keep fighting till the very end, you never know what can happen. We did win at Bristol. We were a lap down at one point in that race.
Keep hitting your mark.
It was in stage 1. We never went a lap down the rest of the way. Cautions are definitely gonna have to play out in favor of the 99 throughout the course of this race as well. Best thing he can do is just pass as many cars as possible, and no matter what happens here, he has to stay 1 lap down. He cannot go 2 laps down in stage 1. Maybe he can get in position to take the wave around, who knows. He's going to have to fight.
Inside.
You never know.
Hello, bud.
Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, they could have a mechanical failure. There'd be a lot of luck for the 99, so you hate to have that happen. You hate to have to make it in that way, but
Got one down low now.
Williams drove it so deep
clear low.
into the corner, but he got underneath him. Drives away from him too. 82 on the engine power, so there's going to be no takeoff off the exit of this corner. So I mean, you can just see it. Center of the corner, he's trying to get back to the gas. It's almost like the car just completely bogs down.
All right, you're clear.
It takes so long to wind up, and that's why I feel like I could drop it to 3rd gear, but trust me, I tried it in qualifying. You just can't do it. It redlines immediately as soon as you downshift. The slowest point going about 60 miles an hour. It's just not possible. He's starting to cut back into the deficit on some drivers per position, so
Got one
look
down
on the
low
right
now.
side of things. You got that going for you.
Clear low.
He got back around. Jeffrey Earnhardt almost got underneath him off the exit of turn 2.
Car there on the inside. All right, you're clear then.
Already gotten through a ton of lap traffic right now. He's probably lapped inside the top 25 at least. It's only lap 30.
Got one peeking inside. All right, you're clear.
Your car gets slower on the track. No, again, we're using a super speedway chassis. Even though we have a short track chassis, because I was trying to save it for Phoenix. So that way when Phoenix rolls around, we could have a 90, 85, and 85. The problem is we have a mismatch penalty using the super speedway chassis. So instead of a 90, 85, and 85, 90 on the engine, 85 on the aero and the suspension, we have an 82 on the engine, and then a 79 on the aero and a 79 on the suspension. 36 laps to go in the stage for Justin Allgaier this time by, so we're already about halfway through stage 1. Problem is he's more than a lap and a half down. Trevor drives, welcome to the stream. Schneider hard into the back of Jeff Green.
Stay low.
Into turn 3, Chad Fincher held him up big time. Timmy Hill has an issue. And it looks like he's probably blowing an engine. Matt Mills moved Schneider up the racetrack. Figured he was getting held up long enough there. Well, at least that's a point in the spot for Schneider at the end of the race and Timmy Hill being out. Whatever you can get. Boy, Matt Mills took it 3 wide now underneath Jeff Green and Josh Williams.
Careful, still there. Hold your line, got one outside.
Trying to get back around Brandon Brown. He got to his inside at least.
All right, you're clear.
About to pass Chad Fincher for position as well. And I mean, Allgaier's coming. He is a little over half a straightaway behind Schneider.
Right, clear outside.
2x2 traffic though in between where Schneider's at on the racetrack and where Justin Allgaier is. Shot completely around the zero of Jeffrey Earnhardt. And Brandon Brown for that matter too. He's probably quickly going to get to the outside of Austin Hill, and Schneider's about to go 2 laps down in stage 1 alone.
You're clear then.
Wherever that 7 car goes, he's going to have to go. Even if it's the outside, he cannot get lapped again. Schneider in line now behind Mike Harmon. Right on his back bumper off turn 4.
Car there on the outside. All right.
Schneider into the back of Harmon. He's trying to get him to go.
Got a car coming inside now. Road clear.
Sends it into turns 3 and 4. He's going to get around Harmon cleanly in that corner at least. And now Harmon's going to box in Allgaier, and then Justin Haley's caught Allgaier. He's right in line behind him. Schneider needs to get around Joe Nemechek for position now quickly too. Have to try to dive deep into 3 like he did on Harmon. Off the curbing. Beats him back to the gas. Clear. The 32nd. 30 to go in stage 1. This is going to be a long time to the end of the stage here for Schneider to hold off Allgaier and the rest of the leaders to at least remain 1 lap down. He's got to find a way to do it. He's getting beat down the straightaways.
Car there on the outside. All right, you're clear.
He's got to wonder if Allgaier's going to move him after so long, knowing Allgaier needs points. They're trying to get Williams to go. They're checking up. I think Baccarello might have held those guys up. Turns 1 and 2, they're stacking up big time right now. Schneider needs to go. Little wheel hop by the 92 that time in front of Schneider. Schneider sends it, onto the curbing, into the side of Josh Williams. Just completely moved him out of the way. Bump and run, he had to go. This is where the desperate times are calling for desperate measures. And it's only stage 1. Doesn't help. This 99 just keeps sliding through the corners so much, too. Austin Cindric to the lead off turn 4. Now Cindric has just gotten around Allgaier. Allgaier back to the inside of Cindric. He's going to get to the inside of Schneider. Schneider trying to block, but he can't do it. He gets split 3 wide now. On the 22 and the 7, and he's stuck on the top. Trying to slide draft the 7 of Allgaier. He can't do it. Here comes Justin Haley. Schneider's 2 laps down. Backs out of it. Just sends Haley into the 7 of Schneider, into the 7 of Allgaier. Trying to cross him over, side drafts the 7 and up, and he got his lap back. One of them, and gets around Jeff Green. Down low to block the 7 again, 23 to go. Schneider's already racing probably more aggressively in stage 1 tonight than what he's raced all season long. This is the last-ditch effort to make the championship 4. Trying to get around Baccarella for position. He gets to the inside. Can't clear. Allgaier to the top. Nowhere to go with the 90 right there. Haley's in line behind Schneider on the bottom. Schneider's going to clear Baccarella for position. Haley back to the lead. They're going to get around Josh Balicki. He's inside the top 30. Haley's going to get around Balicki pretty quickly also. Schneider down low to block. Still 20 laps to go in stage 1. He's held off for 10 laps. He's got 20 more to go.
Stay on the bottom.
Schneider dives underneath Colby Howard, another position.
20 more laps.
19 to go now in the stage for Haley. Schneider just needs to keep hitting his marks. That's all he can do, and he's just got to hope that he doesn't get hosed out of the way from Justin Haley. Haley's still winless this season. He had a really good night in the top 3 yesterday at Texas. Schneider into the back of Landon Castle, tried to get him to move, and he didn't. Can't side draft him though. Oh, here comes Haley. That was a big block down the front stretch. Oh, and he moves him. Haley moves Schneider out of the way. Schneider sends it deep. Trying to get the lap back again. 3 wide into the corner, and he passes Haley cleanly. Again, back to 1 lap down. He passes Castle for position as well.
Got one up top. All clear.
Schneider locked the tires up that time. They go side to side like that, and that's when he really locks the tires up. Well, Haley already tried to move Schneider once. Haley has pulled away from Allgaier and everybody else battling for 2nd place. There's now just a huge pack of lap traffic. See, Little's the next driver from position, about a half a second ahead of Schneider.
Still there?
I don't know how Schneider drove it in that deep without getting into the side of Jesse Little, but he got around him cleanly. Jeff Green, by the way. Haley got caught in the middle, 3 wide in the center of the corner. Green was able to follow Schneider. Green is trying to stay 1 lap down, so you know he's definitely going to battle Haley pretty hard. As a playoff driver, he might not battle him as hard, but he's going to get around Jesse Little. Green did. Haley still stuck behind Little. This is buying Schneider a little bit more time. For now. I'd have to assume everybody's going to pit at the stage break, but I'm not entirely sure. Haley finally gets around Jeff Green. 10 laps to go in stage 1 this time by. Haley's trying to close on the 99 again. Bounce off the curb there by the 99. Haley wasn't close enough to get to his inside though.
10 to go.
9 to go on the stage. Schneider slides wide again. This time Haley's there. He's gonna get around him. Crossover. Off the curbing. Into the side of Haley. A little bump and run his own. Still trying to lean on him.
Careful, still there.
Using up Haley, the race leader, through turns 1 and 2. And now Noah Gregson and Michael Annette are starting to close the gap on Haley for the lead.
Got one peeking outside. You got room, you're clear.
Schneider doing whatever it takes to stay in front of Justin Haley. Gregson to the inside of Haley now. He wants to win stage 1. Michael Annette came into this race last in the playoff standings, 41 points below the cutoff line, and he is looking for every point he can get. He's on the inside of Haley for second.
Hold your line, got one outside. All clear. Inside, inside.
Oh, Schneider ran too wide, and then he crowded Gregson in the middle of the corner. Gregson just got around Schneider. Lap car's in the way. Schneider deep into the car. Oh my goodness.
Hold your line, got one outside.
Really hate driving like this.
Got one outside now.
Big White Jr. got squeezed and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Got high now.
Telegraph Jr. now in the way of the 99. Schneider trying to move him. Telegraph stays planted. Gregson to the outside, taking it 3 wide. Schneider down low.
Clear all around. You got room, you're clear there.
And now Michael Annette to the lead. Schneider is somehow still 1 lap down. Slower car of Chad Fincham was in the way. Schneider doesn't have that straightaway speed to get under him down the front stretch, so 3 laps to go in the stage. Oh, Fincham got loose in the center of the corner. Schneider got right into him.
Car outside, hold your line. All clear.
Taking a peek high is Michael Annette. It's a bad decision because now Justin Haley's underneath and 2 laps to go in stage 1.
Got one up top.
Another bounce off the curb, but Schneider hangs into the bottom. Allgaier's back in the mix again to try and win the first stage of the race as well. He's led the most laps so far. Schneider's trying to block 2 lanes at once with these leaders. Final lap now, this time at the line for the race leaders in stage 1.
Got a car high now. You got room, you're clear.
A pressure-packed stage 1 for Schneider.
Car high.
One more corner, he's got to hit his marks. Through 3 and 4, off the curbing again. Annette can't get the drive off of Haley on the inside. Schneider will survive, and by inches, Justin Haley is going to win the opening stage of the race. I think he got Annette there by inches at the line. Stole a point away from Annette. Schneider survives to be 1 lap down, blocking for his life there in the final 30 laps. And he's going to stay out and take the wave around. He's going to stay out and take the wave around now. get him back in the lead lap. He'll restart in 19th because Jeff Green will get the free pass in 18th. And we'll take a look at the stage points. So we'll take a look at the stage points right there. Justin Haley again with the stage win. As far as the playoff drivers go, Michael Annett second, Justin Allgaier third, Austin Cindric fifth, Harrison Burton eighth, Chase Briscoe ninth. And that was it for the playoff drive. Well, Brandon Jones 10th, but he's locked into the championship 4. So Briscoe gets 2 points, Harrison Burton gets 3, which means currently Burton is 1 point ahead of Briscoe on the cutoff line. And Schneider is sitting +5. Not comfortable by any means. But he's still ahead of the cutoff line for the moment. Jeremy Clements didn't get any stage points as well as Schneider, but those are the only two that are battling coming into the day that did not get stage points at all there. Clements was 14th, but he is still on the lead lap. So Schneider's going to take the wave around. He's going to hope for a quick yellow, and
coming to the green.
Even if he does pit for tires,
Be ready.
He's probably going to be lacking. Green flag back in the air. Tough to restart the center of the corner like that, but I guess that's what Schneider gets for at the tail end of the field here. Log jam into turns 1 and 2. Schneider slides on the curbing and just about spun out. That's the second time he's had to make a crazy save. That time it was on the restart. By the way, we went caution free through stage 1. Schneider's still on about 70 lap older tires. Everybody else is on 70 lap pressure tires. And he had a slow car to begin with anyway, especially on the short runs. But he's currently in 19th, taking the wave around. He's got to hope for a quick yellow so he can take tires. Or at least be in the free pass position if the yellow comes out. To get that lap back and then take tires there. I don't think Schneider's going to be battling for the win. He's just hoping he can make it on points at this juncture. Justin Allgaier definitely looks like he's got the fastest car today. He finished 3rd in stage 1. He kind of got caught in lap traffic there for a little bit, fell back to 4th, and then worked his way to 3rd. And had a chance still to win the stage at the end. Schneider just needs to hope and pray that he doesn't get outpointed by Harrison Burton or Chase Briscoe. The problem is those guys got stage points. They didn't get a lot, 8th and 9th in the stages there for Burton and Briscoe, but Schneider's still 5 points above the cutoff line into stage 2. But he's got to find a way to beat them somehow, even if he doesn't win. And I don't know how he's going to be able to get this car into the top 10. Even if he beats them, he's got to hope Allgaier doesn't win the race. I guess if Schneider only has to beat Burton or Briscoe. He only has to beat one of them. But if Allgaier wins, he has to beat both of them. Or Annett. Annett finished 2nd in the stage, so either one of those two drivers below the cutoff line could win. Remember, Brandon Jones is 27 points below the cutoff line. He won last night at Texas. So it could be done. I have not played NASCAR PC before. I've only had a PC for, I've had this laptop for probably since August, somewhere around there. September.
Wow, that's bad.
I think this one I've had since September, because I had a Chromebook there for a month and I returned it. Got this instead. So I wasn't going to be able to stream from my Chromebook. And that looks down low. He's the only driver that is able to keep up with Allgaier. Sure enough, they're both Junior Motorsport Chevrolets, and sure enough, they're both below the cutoff line. I still think it's possible. I'm not losing all hope yet. I was about to lose hope there at the start of the race, but just being able to finish that last stage one lap down was so big. Allgaier and Ed are coming. They're going to try to put Schneider a lap down. Schneider's going to try to block for his life, but he's on 70 lap older tires. He had a slower car before, but now he's not only got a slower car, but he's got older tires. Michael Annette's going to take the lead on the high side after Allgaier got trapped behind the lap car of Keegan Schneider. So Schneider's now the first driver lap down. Now, who we're looking at is Josh Williams. Williams is about 8.5 seconds behind where Schneider's at still. So Schneider can still get inside. As just Allgaier just moved Schneider that time through 1 and 2. He's had enough. Well, Tommy Joe Martin's up to 3rd place. Playoff driver in the top 3.
Outside.
I just gotta hope Jeff Green doesn't go a lap down before a possible caution also. Schneider's still got all 4 sets of tires by the way as well. The early going of stage 2. He's good on fuel to make it most of this stage, if not all of the stage. Yeah, he can actually go good to the end on fuel. I don't know how those tires are going to hold up to the end of the stage necessarily, but as far as fuel goes, you don't have to worry about fuel.
Still there. Outside.
Jeff Green's kind of been caught in traffic since the restart, so he might end up getting a free pass.
Still there. Still there inside.
I feel like Kevin Harvick at Martinsville last year in the Championship 4 where he was like riding 20th like almost the entire race until like the final 50 laps. You just feel so helpless. It's really the feeling I'm getting right now.
Alright, clear outside. Looking inside now. Car outside.
We didn't have nearly as big of a points cushion as Harvick though either. That's the worst thing about it. We were only +7.
Careful, still there.
Here goes Harrison Burton. Burton's currently in 9th.
Alright, you're clear.
Briscoe, I believe, is in 6th or 7th.
You got room, you're clear. Car outside. You got room, you're clear there.
That needs a caution ASAP. Get that free pass quick, because Josh Williams is only 3.5 seconds behind him. Even those lap cars paid, so Williams has extra tires. He will catch Schneider eventually here.
Alright.
I mean, Michael Annette's probably already lapped Jeff Green with the pace he's running. Schneider's about another half a lap down already. It's just insane in this big of a race. When you know there's been intensity already in stage 1, we have not had a single caution for incident.
Car high, careful.
We're 90 laps in, we're more than a stage in. Short track of all races.
Alright, you're clear there. Got one up top. Clear high, clear high. Got one peeking outside.
Riley Herb's trying to put the boot to the 99. Schneider did a good job holding the bottom. Williams is closing in on this pack of cars, so Schneider's just got to pull back as many guys as he can.
Stay on the bottom. You got room, you're clear.
So that 92 car goes in that gap. Herbst, Chastain, they're going to split Schneider that time.
Got one outside
Finds a way down to the bottom still.
Clear high, bud. Looking inside now. Car on the outside now. Clear all around there. Got a car high now. You got room, you're clear there. Outside. Car high.
3 wide.
Clear high, bud.
Jeremy Clements trying to make some passes for position on Ryan Sieg and Anthony Alfredo.
Car outside, hold your line. You're all clear up top there. Car there on the outside. You got room, you're clear. You got one peeking outside. Still there. Still there. clear there. Car outside, hold your line. Clear high, bud. You're all clear up top there. Inside, bottom's clear. Hold your line, got one outside. All right, you're clear.
I mean, even with Schneider not even being in the free pass anymore, he still needs a caution before he goes 2 laps down. And it's going to be, again, harder to hold off and net those leaders this time. Not only he's got more laps to the end of the stage, but again, he's on 70 lap over the tires.
Car outside, hold your line.
It's Alfredo 3 wide. Here comes Josh Williams. It's 4th position. Schneider has to block him. Williams gets sideways. Trying to check up hard on the brakes. About got into the side of Clements when they were 3 wide.
Car high, careful. Clear high, bud. Car outside, hold your line. Got one peeking outside. Clear high, bud.
Williams is now sandwiched in the middle.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Oh no, here comes the 51.
Hold your line, got one outside.
Contact.
You got room, you're clear there. Hold your line, got one inside. All right, you're clear there. Got one outside.
39 laps to go, stage 2.
You're all clear up top there. Outside, outside. All right, you're clear. Outside. Top 3, use it if you need it.
See Annette Allgaier. Just a couple cars behind Schneider again. He did it once, can he do it a second time? Allgaier to the lead off turn 4. 2x2 lap traffic though in front of the 7 and the 1. Schneider a little bit. He's almost on speed. Finally able to stay ahead of Josh Williams. Not to be able to stay ahead of the leaders on speed, I can guarantee that. Schneider scraped the wall. He got a little sideways trying to get back to the throttle off turn 4. Justin Allgaier looks to the outside of Josh Williams. Schneider's going to have to go high.
Outside. All right, you're clear. Car there on the outside. All right, you're clear.
3 wide now. Allgaier stuck way up on the 3rd lane after Jeffrey Earnhardt made a pass for position, it looked like. Sorry, that was not a pass for position. He's a couple laps down. As it is.
Still there inside. All right, you're clear there. Got one up top. Clear high, bud.
You're off the curb. He just desperately, again, trying to stay in front of the 7, the 1.
Car outside.
A little contact. Oh, that got Schneider loose into the corner.
On the inside.
Still holds clear of the 7. He ran him up the track in the middle of 3 and 4.
Outside, outside.
Allgaier looks high again.
All right, you're clear there.
Jeffrey Earnhardt's actually on the lead lap at 15th. Number 9. He's trying to stay on the lead lap yet.
Car outside, hold your line.
They're so loose on these older tires.
Now. Clear though, bud.
Car slipped so far down. Once again.
All right, you're clear. Car on the outside now. Clear all around. Hold your line, got one inside.
Williams is going to move him up the racetrack.
Inside. Outside, outside. You're all clear up top.
And Alfredo's now down low. Matt Mills is going to get underneath Schneider, but none of the lead lap cars can.
You're all clear up top. Got one peeking outside.
Allgaier still up high, contact with Mills in the bottom lane. It's a desperate move by the 99. Now he tries to move Mills out of the way. He'll take it 3 wide again, but again he can't clear him. And now he doesn't have the straightaway speed. Mills gets out of the gas. Finally to let the playoff drivers race it out. Schneider somehow trying to get back around Williams again. He couldn't quite clear him off turn 4. Just enough to box in Allgaier behind Williams.
All clear.
Allgaier's losing ground now on the 99 again. Jonathan Rogers, welcome to the stream. Fredo just moved Jeffrey Earnhardt out of the way for position. These are a lot of guys about to go a lap down. Jeremy Clements is in here as well. Tommy Joe Martin's now to the lead.
Still there.
Martin's trying to get to the bottom of Brandon Brown. Lap traffic just holding him up. Schneider trying to move Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Careful, still there.
2 by 2 right around him. And here comes Martins, the race leader. Oh, hard into the back of the 0.
Still there.
Jeffrey Earnhardt. That was a massive checkup. Schneider locked the brakes up, trying to get there in time to not slam into the back bumper of Jeffrey.
Got one down low now.
Schneider down low. Even lower, though, is Tommy Joe Martins. Martin just about slid in the back of the 0 also. I mean, it's just a massive checkup. Schneider's now 2 laps down. He's got to get around these guys, but they are holding him up big time. Oh, my goodness, just sends it into the corner. Squeezes 3 wide.
Got one down low now. Got one peeking outside.
This is damaging the front of that race car up. Oh, now the... Yep, that hit it in. Now the radiator is
there on the outside.
Pretty severely damaged on the 99 car. That might be more than 5 seconds of damage. Things are going from bad to worse on the 99. Now he's got to hope he doesn't have an overheating issue.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
Not trying to pile it into the back. Chad Fincham and Mike Harmon are holding this group up.
Got one up top.
And Schneider just keeps wailing on the back of these cars unintentionally, trying to get the car to check up, and we saw the race leader do the same thing. Tommy Joe Martins cost him the lead briefly, but then he got it back.
Got one outside. All right, you're clear. Got one outside now. Got one outside now.
Trying to take it 3 wide underneath Harmon.
Got one peeking outside. We got 20 more laps.
Still, well, 19 laps to go on the stage.
Car high, careful.
Schneider up high, Schneider up high to the block.
Car on the outside now.
Schneider 3 wide, finally gets around Fincham.
Car high, careful.
Allgaier again going to get around Riley Herbst. There are only 10 cars on the lead lap. Schneider's got some severe damage to the front bumper of the race car, getting into the back of Ryan Sieg pretty hard, as well as Brandon Brown a little bit earlier when that inside lane was just checking up.
Clear high, clear high.
Chad Fincham and Mike Harmon, the two slowest cars on the track, holding them up. Herbst muscles his way back to the inside of Justin Allgaier, trying to get his lap back. Schneider's just hoping that he has 5 seconds of damage or less that he can repair it, but I have a bad feeling it is more than 5 seconds of damage. He still has 4 sets of tires left. We have still not had a caution for incident. Again, just mind-boggling. Especially with it being Martinsville, and we're getting close to the end of stage 2. 14 more laps.
Got one outside.
Slow car Joe Nemechek now in the way of the 99 of Schneider. Schneider got in the back of him on corner exit. Descended into turn 3 and tried to get underneath him and does. 3 wide now on the outside as Chastain gets around Herbst and the 7 of Allgaier. Chastain's a lap down, trying to get back on the lead lap. He's currently one of the last cars on the lead lap. Now Herbst is the last car on the lead lap. He got around Allgaier as well. And Tommy Joe Martins is back to the lead off turn 2. There's Harrison Burton and Chase Briscoe up here. Those are the guys Schneider's racing. Now, again, it's not for position, but if they could go a lap down to the end of the stage, it could be big. On the outside of Ross Chastain there.
Careful, still there.
He let Chastain go pretty easily once he got under him, so that way he can get back down to the bottom in case the leaders were going to close in, but they were never quite able to that time. Tommy Joe Martins does get back around Riley Herbst, and Michael Annette is following. Allgaier back to 3rd. Just a tad bit faster than Schneider, but again, Briscoe and Burton, they better stay on the lead lap to the end of the stage, and they're back on even playing fields with a car that's been much slower than them with Keegan Schneider. Schneider again came into the second stage just 5 points ahead of the cutoff line.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Schneider down onto the curbing, very loose, getting into the corner, but he hangs onto the car enough to just stay in front of the leaders. 9 laps to go, stage 2.
Got one outside. You got room, you're clear there.
Sieg back on the lead lap now, taking it 3 wide underneath the 2 leaders. Allgaier to 2nd. Martins is still stuck on the top. Allgaier might be going for the lead on the net. 8 to go on the stage. Oh, Austin Cindric's up here too. He's only 20 points above the cutoff line coming into the race. He's got to go hard.
Careful, still there.
Trying to move Haley out of the way in the center of the corner. Gets back around Chastain. There's Briscoe on the top.
Got one peeking outside.
Oh, hard into the back of Haley again. Now it's Josh Balicki holding this group up. More damage is only going to slow this 99 car up more and more and more. Trying to anticipate. He didn't make contact with Haley that time. He got onto the curbing, expecting the checkup. It wheel spin the tires.
Careful there.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he overdrove that corner right into the side of Briscoe.
Car outside, hold the line.
That charging again on the top. Schneider trying to move Cindric out of the way. 3 wide. He gets around both Burton and Cindric.
Got one peeking outside. There on the outside.
Lean pass this time, finally. 3 wide. At least to get around Jesse Little. He couldn't quite get around Henry. Oh, here comes Cindric! Schneider blocks Cindric into the wall! 4 wide into the corner. How did they not wreck there? Haley's the leader. He's trying to keep Haley in line behind. He can't do it. No, Haley's not the leader. He was last stage. 4 wide into the corner. Haley moves Cindric up the track. Schneider squeezes underneath all of them. So does Ross Chastain. Everybody's fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Inside. Got one outside now.
Balicki's still holding these guys up. Schneider trying to move Balicki. He's got a lot of damage on the front bumper. He doesn't care anymore. He's got to go.
Car outside. Hold the line.
Martin's trying to get his way through this gap of cars.
Clear high, bud.
Two to go, stage 2. Didn't think it was possible in 70 lap holder tires, but Schneider still might finish the stage just 1 lap down.
Here we go.
Think that was it? No, this is the final lap of the stage. Never mind. So final lap for Tommy Joe Martins to try and win stage 2. He's already lapped Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, and it looks like he's going to lap Cindric off turn 4 as well. Tommy Joe Martins has just won stage 2, and Haley's in the wall. Justin Haley's blown a tire after the stage break comes to an end. Under the caution. Haley blows a tire, he's in the outside wall, and craziness ensues again. Cindric is going to get the free pass at 7th. Oh my goodness, we have a lot to unpack here. We have a ton to unpack at the end of stage 2. We'll take a look at where everybody finished in the second stage, and we'll have the updated points going into the final stage of the race. This has been insane as expected, but not exactly what I had thought as well. But we are surviving and clawing our way through this, and Schneider's going to take the free pass again to start this final stage. 7 seconds of damage, so he cannot repair the damage the rest of this race. He has banged that car up a little too much in this dire of a situation to try and make it to the championship 4. Briscoe gets 3 points. Harrison Burton gets 1. Obviously, Schneider didn't get any stage points there. Jeremy Clements didn't get any stage points. Cindric gets 4. Annette gets 8. Allgaier gets 7. Oh my gosh. Take a little bit of a breath here while I'm doing the updated point standings here for the final stage alone. I'm sure Brandon Jones is happy that he is currently in the championship 4 already with that win at Texas, because that was big for him. All right, so Austin Cindric is 26 points above the cutoff line, so he has increased. We are still the number 3 seed. That gap is closed. We were 7 points above the cutoff line, but now we are only 3 points above the cutoff line on Harrison Burton. Chase Briscoe came in tied with Harrison Burton. Briscoe scores just 1 more stage point, so he is 1 point above Burton. So obviously Burton's -1. And then Justin Allgaier would be the next closest. Allgaier's 25 points below the cutoff line. And then Annette and Clements would be 28 points below the cutoff line. But mathematically, they still have a chance. Schneider's going to take the wave around during the stage 2 break. This will be the second time he's taken the wave around to try and get back on the lead lap. This would restart him in 8th, ahead of Briscoe and Burton, the 2 guys he needs to beat. Who could have thought those guys would have won a lap down despite finishing in the top 10 in both stages? And Haley blew a tire there under the caution. I don't know if he's out of the race or if he's still running. He's still running. So Schneider's now on about 140 lap older tires, but he's still rolling. He's going to need a quick caution at some point. We still have not had a caution in this race. Green flag back in the air. Tommy Joe Martins wins the race off pit road. He'll leave the field to the green. 106 laps to go in the restart at Martinsville for the final stage. Again, no caution so far in the first almost 150 laps.
Got one outside now.
Schneider will have to pit before the end of this race. Everybody else, though, doesn't have to. Schneider's really banking on there being a caution. Keep himself up here with these guys. That's all he's got to hope for.
You got room. You're clear. Got one up top. Clear high, bud.
Looking to get around him on the top. Much faster car on those fresh tires. Surprised he was able to get on by. So there's 26 points above the cutoff line. He is in the most breathable situation of everybody that isn't locked into the championship four. The defending champ trying to go for back-to-back. Martins leads. Which is also better for Schneider. He'll only have to beat either Burton or Briscoe. So the situation is if Annette or Allgaier, who are the only two drivers on the lead lap that are below the cutoff line, I guess outside of Harrison Burton, but Burton can very well point his way in. He's only minus one.
You're clear.
With Schneider being +3 over Burton, that means Burton's going to have to beat Schneider by 4 positions.
Clear low there.
And or Briscoe would have to beat Schneider as well, but Briscoe would only have to beat Schneider by 3 positions. But Schneider does own the tiebreaker for the best finish in the round, 4th at Texas. Schneider somehow wheeled this thing into 8th place. He's about to go lap down early in the stage again. Again, he will need a caution. He's only got 9 more laps on fuel. So he's going to need a caution very fast. It's risky taking the wave around, especially this time. We have gone all race without a caution so far.
Outside. All right, you're clear.
Allgaier looking to the inside of Martins. Martins backs up to the 13 of Fincham. Schneider's probably going to lose 2 laps, even if he pits.
Car outside, hold your line.
Still got 4 sets of tires left as far as that goes to the end. Barely stays in front of Martins off turn 2. Trying to stay in the lead lap.
Car on the outside now. Clear high, bud. Looking inside now.
He got a caution, say right now, and Allgaier just gets blocked off big time. Martins has the lead. Schneider up into Martins. Oh, that just gave Allgaier the lead. That might not have been a wise decision by the 99.
Car high, careful. You're all clear up top.
Gregson in 3rd. Now Schneider's the first driver to lock down.
All right, you're clear.
He's only a second ahead of Daniel Hemrick for the free pass position as well.
Outside.
If we were to get a caution, again, it'd have to come out here in the next couple laps. It is just insane how we have not had a caution all night long. Schneider's in desperate need of one, though. As we have just 92 laps to go. Hemrick's on his outside, and he will get around. So Hemrick's in the free pass position. Again, Timmy Hill's the only driver out of the race today as well.
Got a car high now. You got room, you're clear there. 3 wide, you're in the middle.
Ooh, and that just
got one peeking outside.
Daniel Hemrick, it looks like.
Got one peeking outside. Clear all around. Outside. All right, you're clear there. Got a car high now. All right, clear outside. Looking inside now. Got one up top. All clear. Got one peeking inside.
Burton to the inside. Moves Schneider out of the way.
3 wide.
Desperation
down.
pass there for Harrison Burton. Briscoe gets around 2.
Outside.
Schneider sputtering on fuel. Lap early. Oh, that's not good. He's got to go all the way around, sputtering one more lap.
Outside. Car high, careful there. You got room, you're clear there. Got one up top.
He's got to bring it into the
Got one
pits.
up top. Watch your speed
30
limit.
miles per hour is the
We've
pit
gotta
road
be
speed
hurt, not
limit. He had to
fuel.
make sure he
Bring it
didn't
down pit
speed.
lane.
Going to attack on tires. I mean, taking tires here is going to lose him another lap. He's taking no tires. Fuel only. Last call. Just didn't get the caution he needed right there. Hasn't gotten one all night. I mean, he has survived.
You're clear pit road.
By
Outside.
pure will at this point.
Hold your line. Got
Now
one
he's back
outside.
to 25th.
Inside.
Back into the side of Briscoe. That's not going to do any good. I'm trying to rough it
Car
up.
outside. Hold your line. You got room. You're clear.
3 laps
Got
down
one
now.
peeking outside.
One thing he can hope for, he's still got 4 sets of tires left. I mean, it's just
Alright,
insane that we haven't had a caution for him to use those tires.
Got one
Take him
outside
away
now.
from
You got room. You're clear there.
Race
Outside,
isn't over
outside.
yet.
All clear.
He has to beat Burton or Briscoe on points. He doesn't have to beat both. He's just got to beat one. The only way he would have to beat both is if either Michael Annette or Justin Allgaier wins the race.
Car high. Careful. Got one up top.
At least Schneider can say he was running as high as 7th in this race. Early in the final stage, too.
Still there.
I was back to 25th, 3 laps
Got one
down.
outside. All right.
Still going to need a caution before those tires wear completely out. He's still got a little bit before that happens. That could probably end up losing another lap.
Car there on the outside.
When the tires will
You
be
got
all ready.
room. You're clear.
We are nearing 80 laps to go in Martinsville with still no caution.
Car there on the outside. All right, you're clear.
You just wonder how many other drivers are 3 laps down that Schneider can pass per
Car
position
outside. Hold your line.
if
All
we
right,
got a
you're clear
caution
there.
and he takes tires, because he'll likely be able to give him the damage.
Clear low.
But assume be able to get around those guys, and how many more positions could Briscoe or Burton drop as well?
Car high, careful there. You're all clear up top.
best bet is that Burton would have to beat him by 4 positions. So Schneider's got to finish within 2 points of, or sorry, within 2 positions of Briscoe and within 3 positions of Harrison Burton.
Got a car high
The fact
now.
that, again, they're both hovering right around 10th, it's not impossible, but at some point there has to be a caution. Just, again, we haven't gotten one the whole race.
Car outside. You're all clear on
Clements in
top.
13th, at least 1 lap down. I think he is only 1 lap down currently. Tough break still nonetheless for him. Likely in a must-win situation with where he's running. I don't think Annette and Allgaier can make up as many points as they need, considering they're 24 and 27 points back. Annette's 27 points back. Allgaier's 24 back. I just don't see them outscoring.
Careful, still there. Wave them guys off.
Oh, and there's a caution. Caution is out for the first time today. And it took until 76 laps to go, but we get our first caution. Austin Cindric gets the free pass. Briscoe's 10th currently, and Harrison Burton is 12th. Schneider's going to pit for tires. They'll top off on fuel again. How much are these fresh tires going to help him? He's got a damaged race car, but he's going to have himself about 30 lap fresher tires. That's only his first set of tires going on the race car this entire race. He's gone nearly 200 laps on tires at Martinsville. Unbelievable. And he's managed his tires well all season.
We're going
That was a big,
Be ready.
big point of emphasis right there. Green flag back in the air.
Hold the line.
If we get any more cautions, he's only going to keep pitting because he's got 3 sets of tires left. Why not? Big checkup getting into turn 1.
Careful, still there.
The inside, everybody just ran into the back of one another.
Careful, still there. Got one peeking outside.
We're going to continue to do that lap after lap, I'd have to assume. Stuck 3 wide in the middle.
Careful, still there.
Schneider up
Got
into
one
the
outside
side
now.
of Mike Harmon. He just doesn't have that straightaway speed. He didn't have it for most of the day, but that damage is hurting him now. I feel like if he didn't have damaged 30 lap pressure tires, might be enough to actually make some passes.
You're all clear up top.
He's currently in 24th. Still ahead of LeBay, who also pitted.
Car high, careful there.
R6, welcome to the stream.
Careful, still there. Car high, careful there. Clear high, clear high.
There's no chance to take the waiver out under that last caution as well. Everybody else stayed out. They will not have to pit at all during the final stage. They're going to kill the tires to the end.
You got room, you're clear there.
Yep, still plan on doing an online lobby tomorrow.
Car outside. Still there.
Oh, wow. Holy cow, we got out of shape off turn 4. Alex Bay just got back around Schneider for another position.
Still there.
EB Forever 85, welcome to the stream.
Careful, still there. Still
We're
there.
going to go 3 wide underneath Jesse
one up
Little,
top.
Alex LeBay. Again, LeBay for position. Schneider needs every point possible. just tuning in for the first time, the current point situation, Schneider comes into the final stage, 3 points to the good. And he has the tiebreaker over both Chase Briscoe and Harrison Burton. He only has to beat one of those two drivers on points if we don't get a driver below the cutoff line to win. But Michael Annett and Justin Allgaier have led a lot of laps today. They're still in contention to win inside the top 5. One of those two drivers win, we have to beat both of them. We have to finish within 3 points, or sorry, I keep saying points, but I guess it's the same thing. We have to finish within 3 positions of Harrison Burton and 2 positions. Schneider definitely can't afford to lose another lap. It's already 3 laps down. Might need another caution. But even fresher tires back on it, who knows?
Still there?
He's got to hope, though, if we do get another caution, that Briscoe or Burton don't get the free pass, because they're only 1 lap down. Schneider's got about 30 lap fresher tires pitting under that last caution. Still got 3 sets of tires left. We've only used 1 set so far. Took the wave around maybe 1 too many times. It worked out the first 2 stages. Stage 3, it did not work out. He had to end up pitting for fuel, and that's what put him 3 laps down, because he was on the lead lap there briefly after taking the wave around. They had actually lapped him just before he had to pit, and he ran out of gas. I mean, he literally ran it till it was out of gas, knowing it was only a half-mile racetrack. Sputtered for a whole lap before bringing it on the pit road. That probably cost him some time, too. He might have only been 2 laps down, but he was really pushing it to make it to the championship floor. It doesn't look very likely right now, but never say never. We're going to need a lot of cautions is what we're going to need. Keep taking fresh tires. Plus, we can take the wave around and start to gain positions that way. I just don't see everybody on the lead lap pitting this late in the race when they're good on fuel and tires to the end. We did see people do it at Texas, and I didn't think they were going to.
Stay out the bottom. You're all clear up top there.
Brandon Brown for position.
Car high,
So is David Starr just up ahead. Alex LeBay still on their outside. Schneider trying to get around. He ran in the back of Brown on corner exit. That just slowed down the 99 so much. Deep into the corner. He's going to get underneath Brandon Brown this time. He makes the pass.
Car on the outside now. All right, you're clear.
I don't believe Landon Castle's for position. I think he's just slow and he's holding these guys up. Joe Martins is coming too, so... Ooh, that was a desperate move. 3 wide underneath David Starr and Alex LeBay. He clears Starr. Can't quite clear Alex LeBay yet.
Careful, still there.
Turns 1 and 2, still underneath LeBay.
Still there.
Close enough to get around Landon Castle. He's going to drag it deep though into turns 3 and 4. Sends it into the corner. Finally gets underneath Castle.
Still there.
Barely going to clear him off the exit of the corner. Clears LeBay with him. Schneider's the 22nd. Michael Annett battling for the lead right now with Tommy Joe Martins. Annett 27 points below the cutoff line into the final stage, likely needs to win. He's pretty much in a must-win situation considering that those other guys are still inside the top 15 that he has to beat. So he's obviously not going to outscore him by 27. Allgaier, who's minus 24, same situation. only putting more pressure on Schneider. Only other thing he can hope is that Briscoe or Burton DNF, but that is asking for something big here. We're getting close to the end, just 50 laps to go. And that's caught in very heavy lap traffic right now. Martins ran well at Iowa this season, both of those races on a short track, so you wonder if that's playing a big factor here. He ran well at Bristol before crashing as well. A handful of races ago. Schneider's slowly catching Austin Hill, but again, that's the last driver who can likely catch the position. Plus CJ McLaughlin and those other guys a lap ahead of him lose another lap to the end, and Schneider can pass them as well. That is impossible. And if it stays green, it's a tall task. And honestly, we've only had one caution per incident the whole race. It was in this final stage with about 76 laps to go. The odds of it going green to the end from there, very high, considering it took so long just to get the first caution. Martins and Annette just keep going back and forth. Thick of heavy lap traffic, they can't get around it. David Starr's kind of holding them up, as well as a couple other slower cars. Schneider's within striking distance of Austin Hill for 21st. Drives it deep.
Stay low, stay low.
He's underneath him. Just can't get that drive off with the damage on the front of the race car. In the back of Hill. Trying to move him. That didn't work either. Well, that adds more damage to the car.
Stay on the bottom here.
Sends it down to the curb. Not a lot of track. He didn't get into him that time, but he still can't get around Hill. Hill is not moving.
Still there?
That's the curb again there from turns 3 and 4. Schneider's got the bumper on in front of Hill. That could be enough to maybe stay underneath them, getting into 1 and 2. It is, barely.
Still there.
And finally going to complete the pass. That took about 3 or 4 laps to get around Austin Hill for 21st. Michael Annette and Tommy Joe Martin still battling for the lead, but they're no longer in super heavy lap traffic. There's quite a big pack of cars a little bit further up ahead. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream.
Got a car high now.
The side of Mike Harmon.
All right, you're clear.
Trying to get around him quick. And that's coming. Trying to put Schneider another lap down. Schneider loses another lap. That's probably the nail in the final lap. Just got snapped loose. I mean, it's been on the very, very loose end all day long. Net Martins are now the next cars in line behind Schneider. They wasted no time getting around Austin Hill. A lot quicker than what Schneider was able to get around him, that's for sure. Martin's in 20th, but it wouldn't be a pass per position. He's a full lap behind McLaughlin and Josh Williams. The best thing, though, is that if he could stay in front of Annette and Martins would work his way around those guys. I think Martins put the bumper to the one of Annette, but Annette didn't move out of the way. Stayed in it.
Got one peeking outside.
Schneider towards the 93, a little bump and run to get around it.
Clear. Still there.
6
high now. All right, you're clear then. Got one outside now.
Is that exactly what you shot the last time? I know you were somewhat around there last time.
Outside. All right, clear outside.
That looked high. Thought he was going to get to the outside of Schneider there. Not quite. Well, these cars can be jumbled up. Schneider gets around Riley Herbst. Getting out for position.
Still there.
Schneider just moves the 92 out of the way. 3 wide. Another bump and run.
Car high, careful there.
Oh, Chastain uses the bumper on a lap car of Jeff Green. Chastain, I believe, is the last car in the lead lap.
Got one peeking outside. Car high,
Schneider moves Chastain now.
Outside, outside. Clear all around there. Car high, careful. Car outside, hold the line.
Martins is still the leader.
Got one up top.
30 laps to go now at Martinsville.
You need it.
Schneider just guns it underneath Matt Mills. Moved him
Car
too.
outside, hold the line.
You have to move Nemechek to pass in. He's a lot slower. Got sideways, then Schneider got into him. Might have straightened Cindric out a little bit.
Car high, careful.
He's driving like a madman. Burton's in danger of losing another lap. That's him right here. Burton's in 11th.
You're all clear up top.
Schneider's not within 3 positions of him, I'll tell you that much.
Got one peeking outside. You got room, you're clear there. Outside.
3 wide. Oh, he's on the curb and he's sideways.
Hold your line, got one outside.
And Martins gets by.
Got one outside.
Spun
now.
the tires on the curbing in turns 3 and 4.
Still there. You got room, you're clear.
Still got a shot to get back to Tommy Joe Martins. He has to. He's 4 laps down now.
Still there.
Martin's starting to back up closer to the 99 again. Martin's just kind of following the 20, and the 20 just can't get around Jesse Little. Little's just checking that entire inside lane up. Look at how much Schneider gained there in turns 1 and 2. He got back to the gas as soon as he possibly could. Well, Martin's going to try the high side. Schneider all the way down low. He kind of took Martin's spot. 3 wide. He's side by side with Martin's. Lewis trying to get back to the gas up for that time. Doors Martins that time in turns 3 and 4. Burton gets away into the top 10. They're going to use up Harrison Burton now. at least in that corner. Michael Annett to the lead after Schneider just knocked the leader up the racetrack.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Annett leading, he's going to try to get around the 10 car of Harrison Burton. This will put Burton 2 laps down. And it does. And they're trying to block the one of Annett. Still just hoping for another caution. No clue exactly where Chase Briscoe is running. Schneider would have to finish within 2 positions of Briscoe as well. I think he's ahead of Burton though, that's the thing. Not entirely sure. But I'm almost certain that he is ahead of Burton. Burton in 10. The laps are winding down on this 250 lap event. Just 20 laps to go. 19 to be exact for race leader Michael Annett.
Hold your line, got one outside. All right, you're clear.
Martin's trying to get around Annett for the win. Oh, he's underneath him.
Careful, still there.
Tommy Joe Martin's to the lead. He's going to use the 15 as a pick as well.
Car high, careful there.
Annett trying to get into the championship 4. He needs to win. It's going to save Schneider a little bit, but it's not going to matter if he can't get to Briscoe nor Justin Allgaier.
Hold your line.
Schneider all over the 08. Joe Graff Jr. Little bump. Couldn't move him out of the way. That only held him up. That held Schneider up, I should say. Getting into him and not getting around him. Will bounce off the curb. That time he didn't get into him and he gets around him. I think Joe Graff got into the back of the one of Annett. Martins was already trying to get around the outside. He did. Kind of shuffled Annett out ahead of him. Trying to really lock the tires up. Wheel hopped it, but still stays in front of the one car.
Hold your line.
14 laps to go here at Martinsville. Annett takes a peek to the outside. Can't get around Schneider there. Martins again, back to the inside. As the bumper out in front at the line. Remember, it was by a nose when Martins beat Michael Annett on a photo finish back in stage 1.
Car on the outside now.
Burton's starting to claw back to the top 2. He wants to get one of his 2 laps back. DRG, welcome to the stream.
Got a car high now. You got room. You're clear. Got one up top.
13 laps to go. Austin Cindric gets around, but that was to get his lap back. Now he's back on the lead lap. Yeah, it's not looking too good here, DRG, for us to make the playoffs. Well, I shouldn't say advance in the playoffs and advance in the championship 4.
Careful, still there. Got one
on
peeking
13
inside.
of Fincham.
You're all clear on the bottom there. You got room. You're clear.
If I didn't take the wave around for the final stage, we would have restarted 1 lap down. We probably would have lost at least 1 lap before that caution. So I'm guessing we'd be 2 laps down instead of 3. How many more positions would that have gained us? No way of really telling currently. We'll just have to wait and see by the end.
Careful, still
That was even going to be enough to get to Harrison Burton or Chase Briscoe. Schneider needs to beat Burton by 3 positions. Burton was in 10th the last we saw of him, and I'm pretty sure he's still in 10th because I don't think Cindric was for position. Sieg is for position, though. Almost certain of it. Only 10 laps left. I think Schneider's committed. He's staying out of the pits if we do get another caution, because if he pits, he's going to have to restart behind the rest of the lead lap, or the rest of the lap cars. Even though he might be a few laps ahead of a lot of them. About half the field almost. This is there, looking for the win. And it only has to beat either Briscoe or Burton. Again, no clue exactly where Briscoe's at on the leaderboard. I believe he's ahead of Burton, but if he's not, we're not within 2 spots.
Inside.
Briscoe again, gonna need a caution. Oh, Schneider just runs the 44 down the racetrack. Now Martins just shoves him back up. Cindric's gonna get on by. Here comes Annette. That was a desperate move. That did not pan out at all. That was probably the dirtiest thing I think I've ever done in a NASCAR Heat 5 video game. And Martins is starting to drive away. 5 laps to go here at Martinsville.
Car high, careful. Outside.
So Nemechek might hold up this 44 car just up ahead. Martin tries to go to the outside.
Car high, careful.
Right down to the inside. Nemechek's up
Car
high.
on the outside. Car outside. You got room, you're clear. You got room, you're clear.
Nemechek in the way of the 99.
Car high, careful there. Inside. All right, clear low. Car outside, hold your line. You're all clear up top. 2 to go.
2 laps to go at Martinsville. Still just 1 caution all night long. Tommy Joe Martins has pulled away now after finally getting around the 99 of Schneider. I don't think anybody's close enough to run him back down. Though he is caught in lap traffic. White flag is going to be in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
White flag, dig driver.
That is really the nail in the final coffin now for Schneider. Not within 2 spots of Briscoe or 3 of Harrison Burton. The 3-point cushion into the final stage is not enough to overcome the 21st place finish, and Tommy Joe Martins will win at Martinsville. And the decision to use the super speedway chassis instead of the short track chassis here tonight might have very well cost us a good chance to get into a championship four, because I can guarantee we would have scored more stage points and we would have definitely finished better than 4 laps down to 21st. We fought, but we needed cautions and we only had 1 for incident the entire race. This wasn't enough. The miracle season has now come to an end. Oh, this is disappointing. That damage on the front bumper didn't help either. That was received at the end of stage 2. There was a huge line of cars that kept checking up, and we ran into the back of Ryan Sieg really hard, as well as Brandon Brown. Between both of those, they gave us 7 seconds of damage. The radiator was a little bit damaged. That cost us even more down the straightaways compared to the chassis itself. That probably ultimately costed us that last lap. It could have cost us at least a couple positions. Yeah, that's going to be it. Harrison Burton finishes 11th. And with Martins winning, nobody locked up on a win, so that means Justin Allgaier misses the playoffs. So does Michael Annette, who actually fell back to 4th in the closing laps. Allgaier got up to 2nd. Too little too late there. Austin Cindric easily clinches on points, 6th place. Only the top 5 finish on the lead lap. Chase Briscoe finished 9th. I thought he was ahead of Burton. He was 1 lap down. Burton was 2 laps down. Even 2 laps down outside the top 10 was enough for Harrison Burton. With the stage points he scored earlier in the race, it was good enough for him to make it. We had to finish within 3 spots of him, which means we would have had to finish 15th. So, by 6 points, Harrison Burton will get the final spot in the playoffs over Keegan Schneider. By only 9 points, Chase Briscoe will also make it into the playoffs over Schneider. Yeah, only top 5 finish on the lead lap. It's because of all the green flag runs. Again, we only had 1 caution per incident. It was with 76 to go. Short track chassis is better than Martinsville. And that's true. If Brandon Jones didn't win at Texas, we'd be in the playoffs. Because Brandon Jones is 27 points below the cutoff line. That was enough to put him in. Man. I mean, we did what we could. We did what we could. $52,638 scored from this race alone. So that's not the accurate championship 4. Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe are in the championship 4. But then Brandon Jones would be in there too. This game doesn't have Jones scored at 10th. We can still finish as high as 5th in the standings, which currently we would be 5th going into Phoenix. I planned on originally running Phoenix tomorrow with a doubleheader with NASCAR 05, but honestly, we don't even have a shot at the championship, and I don't want to run another full race. Just get the next season underway tomorrow night instead. Yeah, we got to run another Xfinity season. We might run for Cup Series points as well. If it allows us. I know you can't do that in real life, but just to try and quicken things up here. Allgaier led the most laps, 91 laps led, but finished second, couldn't get it done. Great win for Tommy Joe Martins. That's our 15th different winner of the season now. Crazy. I'm heartbroken. There was 2 things that ultimately costed us. 3 things. There were 3 things that cost us. One we'll start off with. Definitely auto run to see who will win the championship. Yeah, we would definitely see who would win the championship. About 450,000. Well, I mean, we're going to have to run another season anyway. Again, I promised that we would have to win a championship in every series. 3 things that costed us a chance at the championship for tonight. Number 1, first and foremost, we used the super speedway chassis trying to save the short track chassis. It would have worked if we would have been 13 points above the cutoff line. We would have made it. We came in 7 points above the cutoff line. We finished -6 with a 21st place finish and no stage points. We got very lucky. I mean, we didn't have to take the risk. That's the problem. I mean, we could have made the championship 4. But then, you know, we make the championship 4, and we're basically in the same car we had tonight for the championship as far as, like, overall goes. Probably would have been a little bit better. Probably would have been closer to 84, 85 on the engine. But, Man, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, it really stings. Really stings. Well, we didn't get our incentive bonus anyway. Well, we're simulating it, so I don't see us getting top 15 or top 10. I'll just pick top 22 for the heck of it. We're still probably not going to get it. So, yeah, we'll simulate the championship race right here, but we'll have to see who will win the championship itself. Man, that short track chassis was ready to go, but just... So, again, that was... Again, number one, we used a super speedway chassis. Hindsight's always 20/20. I mean, that's one thing too. It's like you could say you should have used a short track chassis, but we only missed by 6 points. Like we could have finished 15th with no stage points tonight. We still would have made it. As far as during this race goes, the call that costed us the race, we took the wave around at the end of stage 1. It worked out for us. We took the wave around at the end of stage 2. That was where it didn't work out for us. Because into stage 3, we ended up having to pit for fuel. Caution came out about 15 laps later. After we had already had to make a pit stop under green, that threw us 3 laps down. Then we lost another lap with the damage we had at the end. If I didn't take the wave around to get back on the lead lap for the start of the final stage, we would have had fuel and tires to make it to the end. We would have had that extra set. I still would have pitted during the last caution. So we would have been 1 lap down right there with Burton and Briscoe. Burton ended up finishing 2 laps down. I think we could have finished within 3 positions of him, considering he finished 11th. I think we could have finished... I guess that means we would have had to finish 14th for the time. Yeah, 14th. So, sorry. I missed by 7 points, not 6. But still, we would have had a better shot. I still don't know completely, though, if we would have had it. And then the other fault was nothing of our own. It was of the game last night at Texas. We had a pit road glitch while leading, going into green flag pit stops at Texas with less than 50 to go. It was 47, 48 laps to go. I think it was 48 coming to 47 to go. Came onto pit road. A glitch happened where we had hit the commitment line under green, didn't speed, got onto pit road. It didn't register for us to pit. And then we were sputtering on fuel from there. So we had to go a whole lap sputtering on fuel. We ended up going a lap down. Now we got 2 late cautions, so we took the wave around to get get our lap back, get back on the lead lap. Then we were like right around 20th. Then we got another caution with about 14 to go. We threw fresh tires on it. And we had a restart. We drove up to 4th. I'm not saying we would have won that race, but we could have. I mean, we were in the lead. Our pit crew has been inconsistent this year. About a 16-second stop. We probably would have came out with the lead still. I don't know if we would have held off Jones. But then, considering we would have had track position, we still ended up getting 2 cautions late in that race anyway. So I would have... I might have pulled the same strategy out with pitting or not. I don't know. I don't know if I would have pit or not. It would have depended on if we had the lead. If we had the lead, I probably wasn't going to pit. But if we didn't have the lead, I probably was. I don't know. It's just... We'll never know. We'll never know. But the combination of all 3 of those things cost us a shot at the championship both from tonight into today. Alright. Yeah, not going to auto-sign here because... Actually, we need to get this Super Speedway chassis ready to go because we got to roll into Daytona with it to start next season. So now we're just focused on Daytona for next year at this point. I mean, considering we won 4 races this season and 3 of which were in the last 7 that we've ran, last 8 now that we've ran. So the last 8 races, we won 3. Not counting Phoenix. So I guess it's going to be... We're going to win 3 of the last 9 races to end the season. That gives me high hopes for next season. Because we'll only be able to work on the departments and we'll probably get everything maxed out by next year. If we can run Cup 2, we'll try to balance the 2 out. Start the work plan. All right. Well, simulating the Championship 4 right now. We'll see who wins the championship. Means we did not make the Championship 4. We just missed out. $27, so we didn't get our incentive goal either. I figured with simulating it, we were going to finish worse than 20th at least. Ross Chastain, that was a good rookie season. Excited to see what you do next season. Justin Allgaier, rookie season. Kiki Schneider, good luck next season. I think we won Rookie of the Year. I know it's just the Xfinity Series, Rookie of the Year, but I think we won Rookie of the Year. Yeah, because nobody else was a rookie that was in the Championship 4. No, Harrison Burton was a rookie. Gosh darn it. Forgot this is last year's game. Yeah, this is last year's game, so Harrison Burton would have been a rookie. Man, we didn't even win Rookie of the Year because Harrison Burton made the Championship 4. Gosh darn it. Couldn't even win Rookie of the Year in the Xfinity Series. Jeez. Drive for Junior Motorsports next season. Not going to happen. Oh, we can't see who won the championship. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to know who won. No! No! Why can't we see who won the championship? I'd like to think Harrison Burton won the championship just because he won the most races. Should we just crown Harrison Burton the champion? Means we'll never know. Why didn't it show us the finishing results? Well, that sucks. Fire Warren. Yeah, so we're going to have to race Xfinity again. We'll try to race Cup. Cup Series, Season 3. Accept. Start a team. Why does it cost so much? Okay, I guess we can't. Oh. Well, this is a bogus end of the stream. It doesn't make any sense why it's that much. I don't want to race in the Cup Series. I can't race in the Cup Series. I think I just screwed this career mode up. Why can't I back out? I don't understand. Oh my gosh. This game. At least costed me a shot at the championship. A reasonable shot last night. And now the career mode won't let me back out of it. Why does that like automatically just submit it? Like, why can't I go back? It says back. It doesn't say back to the home screen. This is upsetting. I mean, the only other thing we can do is reset the career mode. But then we're not going to have everything we just had for the Xfinity series. We're going to have to start from scratch again. I need help in the chat. I could simulate the races for the Cup Series and just not run them, but then I'd be getting extra money that I don't deserve. I just don't understand why it's that much money to start a Cup team when you can just jump straight to Cup to start the career mode and you have $1.4 million and you don't even use all of it. Like, you don't need to use all of it. So why is it not that cheap right now? I mean, that's going to be the only thing I can do is... Game gives you an option where you start the season. Oh, it does? Okay, we'll try doing that then. The end of the season preparation game gives you an option before you start the season. Okay, I'll take your word for it there. Wow, this is it. This is all we can sign with. We'll just go. We'll go front row. And, David Reagan's retired, so we'll. So on Michael's account, I would run one season with the team. Yeah, but we're not doing that, though. That's not the goal of the career mode. The goal of the career mode is to own our own team. Well, we get to sign with the new sponsor. What's up with these Ford guys not wanting to pay us? Yeah, Hunt Brothers, Brandt, or Ream. We were with Toyota last season for the Xfinity series. Yeah, so we were with Toyota last season for the Xfinity series. And we finished 5th in points. I'll just say we finished 5th. I'll say we finished 5th and Harrison Burton won the championship because we... I mean, it would have been quite a ways ahead of everybody else on points. And we would have had the short track chassis at Phoenix. I don't think I would have coughed away that big of a points lead to not finish 5th in points. Unless I crashed. That'd be the only way. I mean, we might just stick with Toyota again, honestly. Down in the chat, do we, you can run both Xfinity and Cup, get points in both series. Yeah, you can get, and that's what I want to do, but if I can't own my own team, I'm not going to do it. Go back to Ford. Well, let me see what the money difference is before I make a decision, too, because if one's way more than the other, then... So we're definitely not going to hop to Chevy. I have no intentions of really hopping there. I'd like to go back to Ford. They're just not paying me enough. I won you a Truck Series championship, and this is how you repay me? Bunch of scumbags. Times 33. So $1.15 million if we were to sign with Ford once again. Hunt Brothers. And then Ream, the 32,900 times 33. Oh yeah, we get way more money with Ream. You can already see without even finishing the math. $1.15 million if we sign with Hunt Brothers for the season end total. That's counting the signing bonus. Counting the signing bonus with Ream, we'd be getting $1.29 million. So, just a little bit less. Run both. I like pizza. Yeah, but that's gas station pizza. It's not... I don't even think I've had Hunt Brothers before. Oh, man. I think we got to stick with Toyota because we'd be getting like... I mean, we're getting almost $200,000 more. That's basically what we're getting for the signing bonus, too. Like, the extra money we're getting with Ream, it's basically the same at the end of the season, just about. I mean, we're getting a little bit more per race with Hunt Brothers, but because we're getting more money up front with Ream, grand total is going to make it a lot better for us. I think we got to... I think we got to keep Toyota for now. If somehow we choke away another championship... Well, we didn't choke this one away. We were trying to come from behind. And we only won 4 races all season. We didn't have a lot of playoff points going into the playoffs. And we started the round of 8 1 point above the cutoff line. And we finished -7, so... I mean, we were... I wouldn't say we choked it. Choking is like if you're ahead and then you start to fall back. We were just like right on that cut line the entire playoffs. Like... Because we didn't have a lot of playoff points because we were off to a slow start during the season. But we won't have to worry about a slow start next year. So we'll be... I mean, we should be able to go for... Maybe we could set the record, the new Xfinity Series record, win 11 races in a season. That'd be pretty cool. We got something to race for there. Yeah, I think we got to stick with Toyota, guys. Had Hunt Brothers pizza. It's good. Yeah, I've never had Hunt Brothers. There is some near us. One near my work. It's like in a Love's. Or like right next to it. Gas station. Oh, man. I think we got to go Toyota. And now we got a plain white scheme. That's a little disappointing. And we can't change, like, anything. So we have plain white. I mean, we can change the colors, but we can't change, like, the actual font. Why does it give us such basic stuff? Why did it give us Brant? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Did anybody else see that? Are we still in Toyota? Okay, so we're in a Toyota, but now we have Brant on the car instead of Ream. Oh my god, this career mode. This career mode. 2013 Daytona 500, they had Hunt Brothers. Oh, okay. At the racetrack. I can see that. That seems like the kind of pizza I could see like them selling at a racetrack. Yeah, it's not giving me a chance, guys. So you're right to a certain extent there, Michael, that it does give you, the question if you're ready to start. But, I mean, the only other option other than start season is to add a series. We can't do that. Nearly 20 likes. Yeah, thanks for everybody hitting that like button tonight. Sorry I disappointed you in the race, but greatly appreciate you guys at least stopping by. Saw that game figure. Man, this game just blows the last couple days, especially. Okay, so we're gonna have to start a season. Front Row Motorsports, we're gonna have to just simulate all the Cup starts. I wish I could go back and only race Xfinity and not take that extra money, but I wish there was a way to simulate and not run the races. Warren can stick it. Warren can stick it where the sun doesn't shine. It's all his fault. I think we're good to go. Makings of a great season. You said that last year. I mean, we had a good season for a rookie year. Why does it still say Ream is our sponsor? Obviously, Brandt is on the race car. Ream is giving us extra money. Where's the money Brandt needs to give us? We'll go for 2 top 10s and 3 races to start the season. I'm changing this paint scheme now. I'll change it after the stream. So we're just going to be simulating the Cup races, guys. No intentions of running for anybody else that isn't my own team. Roy, you're fired. Yeah, indeed. You just sim Cup Series, never get the momentum because of bad finishes in Cup. Oh, you can't get momentum only in Xfinity Series? So the momentum only works. So you mean to tell me that the momentum accumulates for both? Oh, we can't even see our Xfinity stats from last year. Oh, no, yeah, we can. It's at the bottom. So last season's Xfinity Series stats, I forgot to go over it. We had a 14.8 average finish, 17 top 10s, 9 top 5s with 4 wins, no poles. I think the Truck Series we had like 1 or 2 poles. Yeah, we qualified pole in the road course, I'm pretty sure. At least once. We only had 1 road course. 212 laps led. I guarantee we'll end up leading more laps this season. Oh, jeez. This is a train track. Okay, well, here's one thing also. I don't want to take the extra money. We have $737,000 right there that we can spend right out of the gate for this season. So what we can do first and foremost, we can upgrade the Aero to a 90. And then we can upgrade the pit crew to a 95. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, can we upgrade the engine? No, we can't. Yeah, we'll just upgrade the Aero and the pit crew. We're going for the championship this season. We'll be getting extra money from the Cup Series, and I don't want to use it. But the only reason I'm going to use it is because this game screwed me over at Texas last night. We could have been in the championship 4. And it screwed me over so many countless times on having to do the points myself. I had to do the points myself in the Truck Series career mode. I had to do the points myself in the Xfinity Series career mode. Both on Season 1, obviously, for both of those. I had to do the points myself on the Xfinity and the Cup Series Championship mode. I didn't have to do it for the Truck Series on Championship mode because I never DNF'd the one season, so I got lucky. But I've had to do the points 4 times. It literally glitched and probably cost us a chance at the Championship 4 at Texas. So, with that all being said, I will gladly take that extra money from Furniture Row. I think I deserve it. At least run the Cup 500 for massive pay. No, I'm not going to take that much advantage of it. But whatever's simulated, I'm getting the money. I'm going to use it. I know it's not authentic, but I think I deserve it with all the stress this game's caused me. And not just because the game's hard. If the game was hard, that'd be one thing. That'd be challenging. That's one thing. No, the glitches, the DNFs it's costed us when we haven't, like all that stuff. I think we deserve it. Well, the DNFs aren't as bad as having to do the points myself. And then that whole Texas glitch. I mean, that was, of all races, it couldn't have done that in the regular season. It had to do it in the second race of the round of 8 when we're 7 points above the cutoff line going into the final race. No, it had to do it then. It costed us a good chance to win. All right. What happened to our super speedway chassis? I thought we beefed it up more than this. Oh, hang on, let me rewind that. Let me rewind the stream. Did it cost us there too? I need to go back. 83. No, okay, it's right. I thought we upgraded more than that. It should be maxed out though. Yep. Lucky. This game's lucky. We're still going to be maxed out at Daytona. 90, 90, 85 tomorrow. Speedway chassis is going to be ready to go for the next race. Well, at least we got a short track chassis all season now, too. Another season of the Xfinity Series. We're going to win it. I can guarantee we are going to win this championship. If we don't win the championship this season, and we have to do this again, I mean, hopefully next season I'll have the money to at least run Cup with it, so we should be able to run it twice as fast, but even still. Except, now it sucks. Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another reason I'll gladly take the monies, because we're not going to have momentum bonuses anymore. So we only had one all last season. It was going into Martinsville, and that obviously didn't help us at all. We still finished 21st. I didn't feel any extra speed in that race. Oh, that's between truck and the Xfinity Series. So we should be able to top our stats from last season. I'm going to take a picture of our stats from last year before I forget, because for whatever reason, it's not going to keep them up for the entire year. So let me take a picture real quick, and then I think we're going to call this stream over. Big day on the channel tomorrow. I leave for Dover on Saturday. We will still be streaming Friday night as well. So we'll not only have this Daytona race, the season opener tomorrow. We'll also be running NASCAR 05 tomorrow. A little throwback race there. And we're also going to be doing an online lobby. So I'll probably start streaming in the afternoon tomorrow. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Even if you guys, might miss the NASCAR 05 stream, I'll still be doing it. Darlington Cup Series there. And then we'll run the Xfinity Series career mode. And then after that, so it's going to be like a triple header. And also get the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast on the channel as well tomorrow. So it's going to be a big day. We streamed a lot before I left for Talladega that Thursday, which was the last day. And, well, I worked a half day, so that's why I was able to do it. But I don't work at all tomorrow, so we'll be streaming all day on the channel. So pop by at any point in time if you do so. Please want to see some racing action because you're not going to get a chance really to get any this weekend on the channel. But thanks for everybody watching again. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.